All right, welcome back to my A plus setups. I just wanted to show you all real quick the week we had in the VIP Discord. If you are new here, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you don't know, I do have a VIP Discord where I do provide signals, education, mentorship. And you can see here the sell signal I gave out on USDCAD. You can see that hit our TP2 for 130 pips. GBPUSD hit our TP2 for 149 pips. And then we did have an L early in the week on CHF JPY. That ended up not playing out. It was a lot of manipulation and choppy price action. You see, I was looking for the retest, but it had a big dump and then it ended up pumping how I expected. But that's a part of the game. You know, some losses do happen, but overall, it was a real solid week. I was able to also catch this sell on USDCHF. I'm going to actually show how you could have caught this as well. I caught it early and then I caught another opportunity. So I'll be able to cover that as well. So if you want, you can tap into the Discord. All the links will be in the description. But if not, you can definitely join the free Telegram as well. I do provide free analysis, free trade ideas in there as well that you could take advantage of. All right. So now let's get into the A plus setups. All right. So like always, starting with the DXY, man, it was a real solid week with the DXY. Like when we saw this happen, we was just trading in line with it. So you can see, like, going into the week, this is why I never marry a bias, because going into the week, I was looking for a slot, maybe a pullback and maybe another wave up before any more downside, but that didn't happen. So when I saw the shift, I went in line with it, right? So when I kept stressing that if we saw DXY break back below this level, then yeah, we're going to see big moves to the downside. So that's exactly what happened. And we can see, look at this weekly candle, very strong weekly candle. So right now I'm still bearish on the dollar. But like I said, I play week to week. So looking at where we're at now, we're at a level where price could correct from. You see, we're at this previous level of demand where price had a big move up. So seeing that, we could possibly correct. But overall, looking at this weekly candle, this strong engulfing closing below this level, overall, I am expecting the dollar index to get back down towards here, back down towards 101, right? Support, potentially even lower towards 1015, but at least that back down towards 1015 to 101 support. That's what I'm anticipating. But where we're currently at, you know, we could potentially get a correction. So I'm going to see how this week set up because I would need to see price break below this level to then start to give us the idea that we're going to continue. But if not, and it holds here and start to find support, it probably is going to go up for the pullback or retest of structure levels before then continuing down. So I would look at a level like here as well. You can see, you know, this previous structure low right there. So we could potentially pull back towards there right before any continuation. So I want to see, so there is a lot of volume, bearish volume into the dollar, but you can see right here it's starting to find some support, and we're going to see how the dollar pairs are shaping up with that, so we can look to see how we can catch the next wave. Right, so getting into GBPUSD, as we can see, strong pump, right? It's the weekly chart, strong engulfing candle on the weekly, all right? Perfectly in line with the weakness of the dollar, which drove this pump. Now I'm still bullish on GU, just like I'm still bearish on the DXY, but it's just a matter of, are we going to get a correction to start this week, a pullback first. But even looking at this on the daily, we can see we're still in the uptrend. Now I'm looking for GU to head to 1.3 even. We can see this top, this level of supply here where it had a big fall, right? And we can even zoom out and look to the left, always look left to go right. You can see it was a nice top over here in the past as well. Had that drop. Eventually became support here on the retest. And when it broke through it, this retest became a level of supply. So 1.3 is a significant level. But looking at this, do we want to pull back? So if I look at this on a 4-hour, still an uptrend. So this is how I'm looking at it going into this week. So if price wants to, if it continues to form a higher high here and breaks above this level, let's say we break above here and we form a higher high, then chances are it's heading to possibly heading to 1.3 towards there before any type of correction or pullback. All right, but if it holds this top and then gives a nice impulse of rejection away, breaking below structure here, then we're probably going to see price then set up for that corrective wave before any more pullback. So I'm looking at certain levels and identifying where we could potentially pull back to. All right, because usually price is seeking structure. All right, so I'm looking at a top, or let's say a level like this, right? We can see this was a nice supply top. So I'm looking at around here. So I will mark this zone in and identify this as a potential level that we could see GU come back to. All right. So we could see something along the lines like this. Like if price does hold that top, we could see this. And if I was looking to sell this, that's probably where I would look at to take it down towards 1.28, right? 1.28, potentially a little lower, but I think 1.28 will be a good potential target. So we'll see how things play there. Let me see where the 50 lines up. Yeah, so the 50 also lines up, 50 EMA lines up roughly around this level of structure as well, where the zone I just drew in. So something along the lines of this. If we get a deeper pullback, that's a retest area that we could see that trend continue to the upside. All right, but it all depends on what the dollar does this week, and we'll see how things play out, and we'll look to just trade in line with it. All right, so here on EURUSD, we also got a massive pump, strong engulfing candle here on the weekly. So I'm still bullish. I'm still expecting EU to eventually probably continue all the way back up, to that top of supply up there. All right, we could see price eventually make its way back up here, especially with what the dollar index is doing. Okay, but I'll just play it zone to zone, level to level, and we'll see how things play out. But where we're currently at, we're at a level where price could correct from. Like this is a level of a previous top of supply. So this is a level I'm watching to see, okay, does EU want to correct further? Now, where it's at, if we look to the left, the structure level, all right, this is a previous level of demand right here. Strong level of demand where price had to move up. So that's what it's holding above now. So in order for me to anticipate or expect a bigger pullback, I would need to see price come and break below structure here. If we break below structure there, then I might look for the retest and then catch the wave down on that correction, because price could very well just come down and hold here and continue up. That's a possibility based around where we're at. Now, if it don't and we break below, then, looking at the zone that we're at, that zone I have drawn in, this is the next level of strong demand. All right, so that will be the next area that I will look for EU to potentially come down. So if we come down there, then that could possibly be a level that price comes for the retest and then maybe continue up. All right, so I'm just going to play it based around what price does and allow them to show their hand, and we execute based off of that. All right, so USDCAD. So this was, like I showed in the beginning, was one of the signals I gave out. And this was a nice sell. If we look into the left where price reacted from, it came to the same level of supply. We had strong sellers, came up there. You can see on the daily, it printed a nice evening star candle. So really on this pullback was a nice entry, and then it continued down. All right, so it rejected and basically rejected from this range support. And now looking at here on the daily, it just printed an engulfing candle, and it hit our TP2, which was nice. That's all I really needed. 1.425 was TP2. It hit that to a T, and then rejected. So with NFP, that just happened on Friday. So now looking on the daily, again, this could potentially be early corrective moves that we see happen on the dollar. So with that, USDCAD could give a bigger corrective move up before any more drop. So with that in mind, like I see how this daily just printed a bullish engulfing. So with that, I'm leaning towards it potentially giving another move up, maybe give another move up towards these highs before then continuing down. All right, so I'm not looking for sales just yet again. With the way this daily just shaped up, I think we could see that pullback. So look for that, and maybe at these highs, we could top out or somewhere towards this level. All right, so that's what I'm looking for on UCAD. But overall, I'm still bearish and expecting a bigger move down from these levels. So USDCHF might have been my best play of the week that I took. I sent this out, or at least updated the group on I was looking for a move down, because when you look at this, you can see nice engulfing candle on the weekly. So again, aligning perfectly with the dollar index. So I'm still bearish on this as well. I believe we will continue down further, but we may get some type of deeper pullback or retest first. But when I look at this based off the daily, this is how I was able to catch this setup. So I saw this. I saw it was lining up perfectly with the dollar, the weakness of the dollar. And you see this structural level I had drawn in. This is a structural level top in the past. Probably you see how price broke here, retested, and had that big move down. Even here, it was a structural level resistance. Here, it became a nice level of support. All right, so when I saw the daily break below that, this daily candle, all right, as well as the 4 hour, I literally put a sell limit. I put a sell limit at 8925 right here. It hit that to a T, little to no drawdown, and just dumped. All right, so this is the most simple, effective way that you can trade, really. When you see a clear structure direction and clear structure break, when you catch this retest like that, it was straight dump. Beautiful setup. So now where it's at, similar to the dollar index, we're at a level of support, right? This was a level of demand in the past. So this is a level where price could potentially react from and have a pullback. So we could get a pullback from here. But if that don't happen and price just continues and breaks below this level of structure, then that's a bigger sign that we're going down even further. All right, so the bias remains bearish on USDCHF, but if it comes back for a deeper pullback or retest, could be another opportunity up there before then continuing a bigger move to the downside. All right, so getting into gold, you can see where we're at when we ended the week. So gold formed this top up here, and then it came, broke structure, retested, and had that dump. So that's exactly the level we're at now. You see, last week it was struggling to break above that level and kept rejecting. So to end the week, we threw this engulfing candle right here. This is the 4 hour chart. So I'm leaning towards us getting a correction, potentially back down towards this structural level right here. Because even if we look at the daily, you know, the daily is failing. It's failing to break above that level. All right. So, of course, overall, we're still bullish on gold, just how we're bearish on the dollar. But before gold continues bullish, the way price action is looking here, I like to see another wave down. Now, at this level, this could be a level where we bounce from, or we have a deeper pullback. We just got to play based off of what price shows us. But that's what I'm looking for on gold. Move down early in the week. All right, so looking at NZDUSD, we can see price ended the week with a sell-off. Here on the daily, we got an engulfing candle. All right, and if we go down to the 4 hour, where price actually rejected from, always looking left to go right, you can see it rejected from this previous top of supply where it had that big sell-off. So now also looking at the structural level that it just broke below, this is a structural level top here in the past. So how I trade structure, this is the type of structure top. When I see this break, especially an engulfing candle on the daily, and now on the 4 hour, we're getting a break below. So here, what it's doing now is it came back for the retest to end the week. So I like for this potential retest to set up for another wave down, all right, for the bigger corrective move down before any more upside. So again, if this is a bullish corrective week on the dollar, or at least for the first couple of days or so within the week, then we could take advantage of some of these corrective plays.